Hello, salutations, what it do? It's the Dr. Gamer back at you with another Marvel's Avengers video. And today I wanted to touch on a topic that popped up again recently because of the reveal of the Superior Iron Man. And that is, of course, the marketplace. Everything about it, the prices. I'm just going to give my thoughts on that whole situation because it's really divisive topic in this community and a lot of people are really passionate about it. So I just wanted to address the whole thing in this video. But before we get into it, make sure you smash that like button. It lets the YouTube algorithm know that you think I belong on this platform, makes me feel better about myself, and makes this video more visible to other people that might want to hear what I have to say. Also, make sure you subscribe and check the bell icon so you never miss a notification. We just passed 500 subs. You guys are amazing. I said in my last video, I was hoping to hit 1,000 subs by my birthday, which is May 2nd. And you guys responded because we're more than halfway there. And it's still early in April, so I really appreciate all the love you guys have been showing. It's absolutely incredible. Seriously, you're the best. And without further ado, let's jump right into this video. Now, the marketplace. So the Superior Iron Man skin was revealed in the last dev stream, and it looked amazing. And I saw it on stream live, and the chat just went absolutely nuts. They were going crazy. They were loving it. And it got quickly posted to Reddit and they were like, oh man, that skin looks so good. It's so awesome. Yes, finally comic accurate skins. Yes. And then 5 minutes later, people just, because it's Marvel's Avengers, people just immediately got negative again. So what I most often saw was, yeah, the skin. Well, apart from people just trashing the skin because oh, it's reuse assets, it's a recolor, whatever. But the biggest thing they were hitting on is, oh man, I really love to get to the skin, but it's probably going to be $14. Now, officially, they haven't said what the rarity of the skin will be, if it's going to be a 900 credit purchase or a 1400 credit purchase, but come on. Of course, it's going to be 1,400 credits. Let's be real. We know the new aerospace suits are going to be in the store every week, and both of them are going to be epic tier, so 900 credits. So the Superior Iron Man is going to be 1,400 credits. I mean, they made a terrible recolor of Black Widow, 1,400 credits. You don't think they're going to make Superior Iron Man 1,400? Come on. So that naturally made people go like, oh man, the prices. They're too much. They're just too much. I really want this skin. Why can't they be cheaper? So I want to first address why the prices are the way they are. So by just going through some of the complaints and just shedding some light on it and just giving my perspective on it from both a fan and a business perspective. So to all the people saying, oh, well, why can't the cosmetics just be free? Like the DLCs. To that I say, because they'd be out of business. Like, seriously, I know everyone likes free stuff, but that's not how this works. This is a business, and game development in particular is a very expensive and high-risk business. And this is a live service game, which is even more expensive than a game typically is. And on top of that, you got giant Marvel IP, so you got extraordinary licensing fees. You got to pay the staff to keep developing new content, and it's a lot. Plus, they've already promised that all the DLCs are free. Like a lot of live service games, they'll not only will you have a marketplace, they'll also charge you for the additional content. Marvel's Avengers came out early and said, nope, we're going to continuously put out new DLCs and it's going to be 100% free. So in order to actually make money, they need a marketplace. They need you to buy marketplace skins. Just relying on sales, especially when they didn't quite hit what they wanted initially, isn't going to cut it. Games like this don't survive on new players. They survive on existing players spending a lot of money in game. That's just how it works. So it's never going to be free. It's just not going to happen. So if you don't like that, then live service games honestly just aren't for you. So with that out the way, let's get to the price. Now, the price, I think most of us can agree that $14 for one skin is crazy, especially when a lot of the skins aren't the same quality. If you look through all the skins throughout the life of this game so far that have been 1,400 credits, it's kind of hit or miss. So I can definitely see why people will be frustrated. But at the same time, understand that if it wasn't working, if it wasn't making them money, they wouldn't do it. They've had a half off sale before. There was a period last year where they had everything in the store temporarily half off, and a lot of people were really happy about that and bought some skins. I took advantage of it as well, and then they reverted it, and people were like, hey, why not make it permanent? Well, this is just how business works. I don't have the internal numbers, but I know that Square Enix is a successful company. And if the game was making a lot of money at half off, it would still be half off. That's just what it is. So if they put it back to the original pricing, that means that they didn't see enough of a difference with the half off compared to the full price. And that sucks. People are like, well, I definitely buy the skins if they were $5. But the thing is, no offense, but they don't care about you, the $5 skin player. They don't care. Games like this, and it's just been consistent throughout Marvel games, the mobile ones, they don't want just the casual player that'll spend $5 here or there. The reason why they have 1,400 credit skins in the marketplace is for the whales. That's what these games are always targeting. They don't care about making the prices accessible to the most players that they can. They're interested in enticing the whales, meaning the people who have deeper pockets, who don't mind splurging on a game that they really like. So they'll put out stuff in the marketplace that they think the whales will like, and they put the prices up the way they are because they know the whales will pay for it. This is how it's been historically with games and microtransactions. Some games are more predatory than others. I know if you're complaining about the system in Marvel's Avengers, you should try playing NBA 2K. Now that's the other end of the extreme. That's legitimately too far in terms of extracting money from the players. But people will pay it. That's what it is. If 2K didn't make $1 billion in a year off their game, they wouldn't be so aggressive with their microtransactions. But they know there are people who will pay that. The competitive league players, the YouTubers, all these people, they will consistently buy the game every year, and they will spend money, hundreds, thousands of dollars on the microtransactions. And that's just how it is. And the normal people will complain about it, but at the end of the day, they're a business. They don't care. They only care if they're making money. So that's just going to be what it is until they're not making money. Now, could there be ways for them to improve the marketplace in a way that makes them profitable and appeases more of the players? Definitely, I think so. We already saw one such change recently. They added a new pricing tier for the marketplace for credit purchases, which was something that they should have had. The pricing tier for the credit system that they had initially was, pretty limiting, but now it makes a bit more sense. So another thing they could do, and I've heard this suggested, is give people a little more, give people more packs, instead of just buying individual skins. Because a lot of the issue is that people feel like they're not really getting their money's worth, for just one skin. So people were like, okay, well, give us something more. So they could maybe start selling bundles, which would make sense, especially if they're committed to doing this whole matching set thing. I think that's definitely something they should have already done, but I think they should certainly do after they get everything in the marketplace. And if they do the next theme set, they should definitely sell them as a bundle. I think they could make some good money for that. The whales, of course, will buy it up, and they can also entice the more casual players who might say, okay, well, 1,400 credits for one skin, that's a bit much for me, but 2,000 credits for a bundle of 5 or 4, That's more reasonable. I could do that. Something like that. Or if not a bundle, though I think they should definitely do bundles for the match sets. Customization. Like if you bought a new cap skin in the marketplace and it also gave you the option to take its helmet off or change the color of his shield with your purchase, that would be pretty good. I know in Dauntless, they had a really good marketplace, and when you got new gear, new skins and such in the marketplace, you can go right into your character loadout and you can customize them. You can change the colors, the patterns, and everything. You could really, go to town. So I know there are limits to the customizations probably that they would allow because of Marvel games, but if they're going to have recolors anyway, you might as well include that with the purchase of the skin. And you could probably work it out. I mean, it wouldn't be a big deal to just be able to change Cap's shield color to match his outfit. That wouldn't be a huge thing. So I think that's the sort of thing they should definitely look into going forward. I think it could improve the marketplace experience for more people than just the whales that are just going to buy whatever as long as it's actually good. Now, is the marketplace the way it is killing the game? No, I don't think so at all. Even if they improve the marketplace in a way that the more casual players want it, I don't think it helps the underlying game at all. The underlying problems with this game have nothing to do with the cosmetics. The cosmetics is how the game is going to sustain itself. And if they haven't made any significant changes, then it's reasonable to assume that it is sustaining them. So I don't think it's nearly as big of a deal as people are making out to be in terms of the long-term health of the game. But I do think it is something, because it is so important to the long-term health of the game, I think it is something they should consider looking into a little more deeply and find ways to improve the marketplace itself. I know they're working on changes to the cosmetic vendor as well. So maybe we'll see some more changes to the marketplace in addition to just the upcoming MCU skins and the theme sets. And I think I look forward to that. But in terms of the actual making the game better for players and growing the player base, that's obviously just always going to come down to content, not skins. So as long as they nail the content, I think the marketplace will kind of work itself out. People will always complain about the prices regardless, but at the end of the day, people are still going to buy the stuff. Enough people will be happy about it that we can keep going. So as long as they accompany it with good content, I don't think it's going to matter that much. I think one of the reasons why stuff like this gets amplified is because people are looking for stuff to do. Like, even though we have a roadmap of exciting new content, that content's still not here. So when people don't really have anything else to talk about, they harp on, little things like this. So I think once there's more stuff to do in game, we won't see nearly as much complaining about smaller things like that. In regards to that new content, next week we should have release dates for the Tachyon Anomaly and the Red Room event, which means we will finally have an idea of when we can get our hands on those MCU skins. I'm excited about that. Looking forward to it. So anyway, I think that's all for today. I just wanted to make a video on this topic because I saw a lot of people talking about it. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for so many of you subscribing. It's unbelievable how far I've come in such a short amount of time. 17 subscribers 2 weeks ago. Now we're over 500. Absolutely insane. I really appreciate it. So once again, like, subscribe, and if you're interested in some drip, I got merch. It'll be the top link in the description. I got shirts, I got hoodies. I think they look really cool. So support the channel if you can. If not, all good. Like, subscribe, and all that stuff. That helps the channel tremendously as well. So without further ado, I'm Sadat the Gamer, signing off.